Hi, and welcome to the SoCal Yearbook Gal Education Series, designed to inspire, encourage, support, and make your life easier. This week, we are talking about mistakes in your yearbook. And I hate to say it, but no matter how meticulous you are, stuff tends to slip through. I would be shocked and super impressed if anybody was able to create a book that had zero mistakes in it. I know that I'm the type of person who can catch a misspelling anywhere, like on signs, menus, anything, like in a second, and mistakes still slip by me. So it's just yearbooks, especially when you have hundreds of pages, if you have a big yearbook, there's a lot of proofing to do. And sometimes stuff just slips by and you don't mean to. You tried really hard. Like, we all know you tried really hard. I know. Your staff knows. But sometimes students, community members, parents, sometimes they don't know quite how hard you worked to try to make sure that there weren't any mistakes. And so I want to show you something that can kind of, I guess, humanize you and allow people to take a second before they start sending you emails and phone calls. So we created, and this is based on something else that I found on one of the Balfour blogs, but I worked together with one of my schools and we created this little slip sheet that goes into each book. It's just a third of a page. It's 8.5 by 11 on landscape, and it's just a third of a page. It matches their theme. This was from last year or maybe the year before. But with the Cricut letters, it kind of matches their theme, and you can see right here that it says, well, hello there. Read me first before you write in the book. Please make sure the book does not have missing or torn pages, printing smears, or upside down pages. So this is basically just like, hey, if anything got messed up in printing, make sure that you check for that first so that we can give you like one of the overrun copies. Like, we print overrun copies in case there's anything, you know, if a forklift goes through a box, and I say this because it has happened to one of my schools before when I was in Washington. You know, just stuff happens, you know, in the printing process. Sometimes, like, I'm sure you've heard about covers being, you know, like maybe one cover's upside down or something like that. Like, stuff like that happens. We send you overruns to cover that just in case. But so it's saying, hey, double check for this first. But, and what I love about this next part is that they knew that they had an error, and they're just like, we're just going to lay it out there. Like, there's obviously an error. You're probably going to catch it. Don't email us. And so it says, we know about the table of contents. If you haven't found anything wrong with it, let it be a mysterious little scavenger hunt for you. If you find other errors on your quest to find the big one, please see the section below. I love that. Like, lay it out there. Like, we made a mistake. We caught it. We know about it. Okay. And then where it says, after you check for errors, write your name in your book. We are saddened when books disappear. However, we cannot replace stolen or lost books. A replacement may be purchased if there is one available. Once you write in your book, we cannot replace it for you. I think that's important to say. Like, double check, make sure that everything looks good, because once you write in it, it's your book. You own it. About the mistakes, please remember that this is a student publication, not a professional one. This is important because this is, I think it's important for parents and students to know that this was created by students, and this is the one class in like all of school where people purchase your homework. And so, I mean, I can't imagine if you were writing some essay for English and people were buying it and then critiquing your work. Like, this is what happens in yearbook. And it's a little stressful and like uncomfortable. And so just say it, like, tell people, like, this is a student publication. And then they go on to say, just like how you're learning to write essays in English and do calculus problems, we're learning how to create a yearbook. Believe us, we've seen the mistakes and we're annoyed about them too. We wish we could change them, but we can't. As you can imagine, this was a tough year to create a yearbook, but we did it. And we worked hard to make it as amazing and accurate as we could. With that being said, there are bound to be mistakes. We hope you can have compassion to laugh with us about our goofs. Please focus on all of the amazing things this book has to offer. Congratulations on all of your success this year. We are so proud of your accomplishments and are excited to celebrate them with you. I love it. Like, what a cool positive spin to put on the fact that, we have a book. The book has some mistakes in it. It's going to, but we got a book out. And especially considering, how hard the year was. And this year's, it was probably a little bit easier than the last 2 years, which were really hard. But you got a book out and it's cool and you did a good job. And yeah, if you have a misspelling, that's so tiny. That's so tiny compared to the effort and energy that it took to create this book and make it beautiful. So anyway, I like the positive spin on that. I love how they're like laying it all out there. They're like, hey, it's not perfect, but it's cool. And we're proud of you and we want to congratulate you on your success. So anyway, it's just an idea. If you want to kind of limit the amount of emails and phone calls you get about stuff that really just doesn't matter. So I hope this helps. Good luck. You're not going to have any issues. You're not going to have any mistakes in your book. But if you do, use one of these.